Hi, I'm Colin from PM Exercises, the site that helps product managers land their dream PM roles. Welcome to Reading from the Blog, published at productmanagementexercises.com. Please subscribe with the button below and keep up to date on all things to do with product management interview best practices. You can also check out our website for more information at productmanagementexercises.com. Today, I'm going to talk about what to expect in a PM interview with engineering managers. A PM interview with an engineering manager can take on many forms, so you must be prepared to deal with anything and everything that comes your way. Before we go any further, it's important to note that you won't always interview with an engineering manager. For example, this is not common at FAANG companies, but it's generally part of the process at smaller tech startups. Overall, an engineering manager is looking to see if you're a good partner for the engineering team. They want to be confident that you'll fit in with their team in regards of personality, experience, knowledge, and how you work. Rather than hope for the best, there are steps you can take to prepare for a PM interview with an engineering manager. And that all starts with knowing what to expect. Number 1, a test of your technical knowledge. Expect questions, plenty of them, that are designed to test your technical knowledge. The engineering manager wants to know that you can have technical conversations and understand the basics of engineering language. This doesn't mean you have to have the same knowledge level as an engineering manager, but it does mean you should be able to effectively partake in technical conversations. Here are some sample technical questions to prepare for. What happens when you enter a URL in your browser? How does a tiny URL work? You're part of the Google Search web spam team. How would you detect duplicate websites? Number 2, probing to determine if you're a team player. How did you get along with people at your previous jobs? Do you have experience with cross-departmental collaboration? When was the last time you disagreed with a coworker and how did it work out? These basic questions tell the engineering manager a lot about how you operate in the workplace, with an eye towards whether you're a team player. Tip: if you're interviewing at Amazon, it's extremely important to come off as a team player. This is relevant to their leadership principles, so it's something every interviewer is in tune with. Our community has reported many questions related to teamwork in recent Amazon PM interviews. These include, tell me about a time you had a conflict with a team member or a manager. Tell me about a time you disagreed with a team member. Tell me about a time you were trying to understand a problem on your team and you had to go down several layers to figure it out. Who did you talk with, and what information proved most valuable? How did you use that information to help solve the problem? Number 3, focus on your communication skills. Experience and knowledge mean nothing if you don't have the skills to communicate your thoughts. If you don't communicate well during an interview, you're giving the company the impression that this could be a problem if you're hired, and nobody wants a PM with poor communication skills. Can you clearly and efficiently communicate your perspective to the engineering team? Can you articulate technical concepts from a business and user perspective? You must be able to answer yes to all these questions. That improves your chance of impressing the engineering manager. Number 4, a test of your critical thinking. Critical thinking means something slightly different to every engineering manager, but one thing always holds true. They want you to prove that you can be the voice of the business, product, and user. With advanced critical thinking skills, you're more likely to create trust between the engineering manager and product teams. And with that, you take a lot of work off the engineering manager's plate. For example, Netflix loves to ask questions like this. You're the PM for a streaming service. You come into the office and see that one key metric has dropped by 80%. What will you do? You have to prove to the interviewer that you can quickly and efficiently analyze and evaluate a variety of situations. Number 5, cultural fit. There's no denying that the success of any product manager interview is based largely on your skills, knowledge, and ability to convey them to the other party. However, cultural fit hiring is an increasingly common practice. With this, the engineering manager and company as a whole isn't focused exclusively on specific skills and experience. A big part of what they're seeking is someone who fits into the company culture. Nobody wants to hire a product manager that disrupts team chemistry. So you can expect an engineering manager to keep an eye on this. So how do I prepare? That's the million-dollar question. Knowing what to expect is one thing. Knowing how to prepare is entirely different. There's a lot that goes on in product manager interviews with an engineering manager. You'll field questions about past behaviors and situations, experience with specific types of projects, and knowledge of particular concepts. The best way to prepare is to make sure you already know the behavioral interview questions. This is sure to be a big part of your interview, so your answers will weigh heavily when making a hiring decision. Tip: Review our list of product manager interview behavioral questions and answers to help you prepare. These can be found on our website, which I'll link to below. Just the same, prepare for technical interview questions that could come your way. These are more common from engineering managers, but you should expect to answer a handful of less technical ones nonetheless. For instance, an engineering manager may ask about the most recent product you worked on and your technical knowledge of it. At PM Exercises, we have a list of over 1,800 interview questions and answers to help you confidently prepare for your upcoming interview with an engineering manager. Add this to 100 plus hours of course material, and you have everything you need to ace your interview and land your dream job. Thanks very much, and please subscribe if you want to hear more about product management best practices.